Well, I teased you about this last week, but I am super excited to introduce you today to Tiffany King. Tiffany has meal plans, and I actually tried them and they work. You know what? I was in the middle of cooking this one week. I challenged myself after I met Tiffany to go ahead and cook 5 days in a row, which you guys listen to the podcast. You know, I don't do pretty much any of the cooking. Greg does all of it. And if I was to add up how many days I had cooked this year, 10, maybe 15. It's pathetic. It's just pathetic. I cooked 5 days in a row, and I'm going to give you a report on that here in this podcast. But I'll tell you what I realized. I realized that I got to stop saying I'm not a cook because I totally am. I'm just not prioritizing it in my life. Tiffany, I'd love for you to tell our audience, like, your philosophy of cooking or how you even came up with this website. Where did this idea come from for you?
I started it in 2008, and it was, 2008 was not a good year for a lot of people. It was hard. The gas prices were really high. My son was playing on a soccer team, and they did a lot of traveling. Our home games and home field were 30 minutes from our house. It just was a lot of driving. And for everybody on the team, I noticed I would pack food, I would plan the dinners, like we would plan around that, but so many people were eating out, like running through fast food. And I couldn't fathom how are they doing that? Because whenever our family would go to a fast food place, we would drop $20, $25, $30, depending on who's with us and what kind of place we ended up at. I didn't know how people were doing it. But I wasn't really having trouble with dinner. I heard other people struggling with it. So I realized I understood how to make dinner. I don't understand a lot of things, but that's one I do. And I can do it fast and efficiently and make it fit the day. So that's how I started. Things that I like them for. I love it for cooking a whole chicken. You will see people online tell you that you can cook a whole chicken from frozen in 30 minutes, including the time it takes to reach pressure. That is a lie.
Okay, thank you.
Do not believe them. It is not true. I've never cooked a whole chicken from frozen in a pressure cooker. I don't know, but I set my pot for 25 to 30 minutes. I buy when I'm cooking chicken, I'm cooking it for those recipes like the chicken and dressing casserole. One of my favorite tips for people is to keep cooked chicken in their freezer in 2 to 3 cup quantities. You can also cheat by getting a rotisserie chicken and peeling that off the bone, or cheat even further by going to Costco where they take it off the bones for you. Frozen vegetables are your friend because you know how vegetables can get forgotten in your crisper drawer because your plans changed and you forgot about them because they were out of sight, out of mind. That happens to me. Frozen vegetables are fantastic. There are some studies that even show that they're more healthy.
Yep.
Because they go into the freezer faster.
Yep.
And those fresh vegetables, which are on shelves for a longer amount of time and lose nutrients that way.